When you think of the Camino de Santiago, you probably imagine endless walking day after day. But what if I told you that taking a break can be just as much of an adventure? I paused my Camino in A Guarda to meet up with a friend, and the next few days were filled with delicious Spanish food, scenic road trips, and even a spontaneous journey across the Portuguese border. Let me show you how a simple break turned into an unforgettable adventure. After days of walking the Camino Portuguese Sendo Litoral route, I took a break in A Guarda, where my friend was waiting to show me around. Our first stop was Santa Trega. Santa Trega offers breathtaking views of the Minho River, where Spain meets Portugal. It was the perfect way to kick off my break. After visiting Santa Trega, we headed to the supermarket to buy some meat for a barbecue at his friend's house. It was my first time stepping into a Spanish supermarket, and I was amazed by the variety of products. Some familiars, others completely new to me. I once told a friend that one of my favorite things to do when visiting a new place is to explore local supermarkets. They're like a window into everyday life, what people eat, how they live, and even small cultural quirks you might not notice otherwise. While waiting for the meat to cook, we snacked on bread, cheese, and pickles. When the barbecue was ready, it was a feast. There was so much meat. Everything was incredibly tasty, and I really loved the chorizo. The next morning, we explored Tui, a charming town right on the border with a mix of Spanish and Portuguese influences. Our first stop was Jardín Rosendo Troncoso. It is a peaceful park perfect for a morning stroll, surrounded by beautiful greenery and views of the town. From there, we wandered through the nearby streets before visiting the Tui Cathedral, an impressive structure showcasing both Romanesque and Gothic architecture. Walking around the cathedral's surrounding area felt like stepping back in time, with narrow cobblestone streets, medieval walls, and glimpses of the town's rich history at every turn. After exploring Tui, we drove across the bridge into Portugal. It was just a few minutes away. Our first stop was Fortaleza de Valença, a medieval fortress with ancient stone walls you can walk along. We took a break for a drink and browsed the shops which sold local crafts, linens, and souvenirs. We had lunch here before continuing to explore the area. Next, we visited Palacio de Brejoeira, a grand estate known for its vineyards and elegant architecture. Photos and videos weren't allowed inside, so this is all the footage I could capture. The tour was in Spanish since I was the only non-Spanish speaker, but I followed along with an English guidebook and my friend translated some parts for me. It was a hot day, so we stopped by Playa Fluvial de Piñeros, a beautiful lakeshore swimming spot. I wished we had brought swimsuits because the water was so refreshing. For our last evening, they prepared homemade paella, and it was the best I've ever had. I previously shared a video about that experience, and I leave the link below so you can watch how to cook paella. After 2 days of rest and adventure, it was time to return to the Camino. I planned to drop my bags at the albergue in Sabaris, but it didn't open until 1 p.m. So my friend took me to Baiona, where we walked around and explored before heading back. Once I settled in at the albergue, I took a rest and later decided to explore a bit of Sabaris. I visited the beach and stopped by the Ermita de Santa Marta. Taking a break during the Camino isn't just about resting. It's also a chance to explore new places and meet new people. If you're planning your own Camino, don't hesitate to pause and enjoy the unexpected. Subscribe for more Camino stories and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!